Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Meredith Mynrose. I'm a universal healer and a peace visionary. I am doing is a very long word to say, a universal astrology message for the sign of Leo. So it could be any, it could resonate to any part of, if you have a moon in Leo, if you have a sun in Leo, or an ascendant or rising in Leo. So this is like a general reading, so I hope that if it resonates to you, awesome. If it doesn't resonate, I hope that you can just simply move on from it. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle my deck. We're going to start with the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. We're going to charge this energy, this deck, with the Leo vibes. Connecting to the Leo vibes. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so I generally take out 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. The lights are turning on. 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got 7 cards. So let's see. So I think this is my 4th time of doing an astrological reading. This is something new for me. Okay, I see the first card. Let me just flip all of it open first. I see 2 pentacles in reverse, 8 of cups, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. You feel as if there's a lonely road ahead of you. The Knight of Pentacles. Do you have a debt? Do you have a mortgage? Queen of Swords. Is affecting your professional job or career, your finances. I think this has a lot to do with finances. Your finances is affecting your job. Knight of Wands, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel you're hesitant and doubtful about your future. So I haven't shown you any of the cards yet. So this is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have this upright, 8 of Cups. And then it feels like you're leaving a lot of, you're having these emotional sacrifices. Was it like that? Knight of Pentacles. I think it's upright, or it doesn't matter really. I can still tune into the energy. This is in reverse, Queen of Swords, and then we have Knight of Wands, and then we have 7 Pentacles in reverse, and then we have Page of Swords in reverse. What I actually really see is that how you have a lot of doubt about your future. You have a lot of doubt about your future. So let me just open some other cards so that I can tap into the hidden meanings. Yeah. Can tap into the hidden meanings of what's making you very worrisome. Leo is the fixed sign, muted fire, right? There's a lot of earth. feel you're being drowned by your physical expectation. I think you can't commit to a lot of your financial agreements, financial I think it's in reverse actually, that one. Okay, let me just kind of like look at it with the mermaid energy. You know what's choppy waters? You're in a very doubtful period of your life, I think. You're in a very doubtful period of your life. It's like you think something's going to go well, and then you take some steps, and then it kind of like it flunked on you, it failed for you, and then you took another step. Like everything you try, you just can't feel like you're able to proceed with it without a lot of caution. And I see you're being cautious with investments because I guess you've lost certain investments in the past. So I think this reading has a lot to do with how you're managing your money. Wave of power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, accelerating movement. Homeland, arrival, journey ends. I don't know why my cat is being like that. This is not your part. This is not your part. It feels like you have bad investments. I can do that. And then it made you feel emotional loss apart from having financial loss. The emotional loss was the worst. I think that you are learning some kind of like lesson. Like maybe in the past you put too much fixation on wealth and status that when you lost it, you are kind of like, who am I without money? Who am I without money? Who am I? Who am I if all my wealth is taken away? All of my pride is taken away. Like your wealth, your finances were your pride. Like earning money was your pride. And I can see that there's 2 Knights of Wands here. I never had to use a book before. Is it behind me? Is it there? Kind of fixed it. Yep, it is behind me. I mean, it's behind the computer. Let me just look up this special meaning with... Okay, so I got the book. And then I didn't realize that the video stopped recording. I didn't even click on it. Maybe I did. Who knows? Okay, so the thing is that it seems like you Leos have finances issues, and you may actually get assisted by somebody you know. It could be somebody you know, but at the same time you might need to move to a new place. There's this Queen of Swords. I don't really know who exactly this is about yet, because I thought it would be your career. Your career is costing you money. That's what I got. Or maybe you invested in your career and then you have some losses maybe. But this card in Rama from the Mermaids, it says that you have a soul journey to go through. And when I got this card, I feel like there are cycles of events that you still didn't learn from, It's like there are times that you can be very proud of your success, excuse me, and then there are times that you have to learn to be humble. And I think it's hard for you Leos to be humble and vulnerable, especially when it comes to finances. It feels like you don't have your lion's mane anymore. It feels like if you were once very proud of your looks, of your beard, like a lion's mane, and suddenly you don't have it anymore, you feel naked without money, or you feel naked without savings, or you feel naked without wealth, and you feel maybe you failed. Like this is in reverse. It feels like maybe you feel you failed. You financially failed. But what's that? That's the Page of Sword. Let me just pull out some new cards before I kind of like tell you what the message is. Let me just pull out some more cards. I feel like you may have toxic masculinity, Leo. I think you may have toxic masculinity, and it feels like you needed to go through a certain financial loss in order for you to recognize that your decisions were made from arrogance, or your decisions were made from a very superficial, extravagant dream. It is not you did not make a decision based on your grounded reality. You make a decision on your, like this, I'm the king of the world. Like, you know, when people, okay, this is a bad example, but when men goes to strip clubs and then they kind of like throw the money to the strippers, and then they come back home broke. So that or like, you know, when a woman is trying to impress her friends, and then she brings them all out to a fancy dinner, and she just swipe her credit card, and like she paid for all of those rather than going Dutch. So it's like you love to impress people, but your bank or your finances will not allow it, and that's how you feel like. You feel like you're a crappy person without your money, because I think you've always attached your friendships to money. Like you always have to spend money in order to have friends. So I think that is something that you struggle with. That might also mean that it's like you have a lot of manipulative and not just manipulative. It's not just them that are manipulative. You intentionally drag them and treat them and spend money on them because you want their company, rather than like treating them as a friend. You treat them as a follower. You treat them as your underlings. This may resonate to male and female. It's fine. So try and, like, if you're listening and you don't know how to apply this to your circumstances, try and figure out, like, if you go out somewhere and you're always the one, you always volunteer to pay because you want people to look up to you, and you want people to kind of like see you as wealthy, but you're fucking broke. You cannot do that anymore. I personally know a Leo like this. And I mean, like, Leo don't know how harmful their behaviors are, because their friends are going to be upset. Your friends are going to be upset that you're pretending to be wealthy when you're not. you're pretending to be well-to-do when you're, I mean, you were before, you could be before, but you have to, like, you know, Russell Brand, he used to have, like, Russell Brand in the movie, or what is it called? What is that movie where he buys all those fancy cartoon cars? Let me figure it out. Russell Brand's movie. So let me look up the movie first. Russell Brand's. What is that movie? Is a comedy. Yeah, it's called Arthur. Yeah, yes, it's called Arthur. So in the movie Arthur, this Russell Brand, he came from a lavish upbringing. His mother, his parents were very wealthy, and he has like a lot of spending money. He could even like close down the train station in order to like be romantic to a girl. So I think to you guys, I feel like you have a romantic streak that burns a hole. I think that I even know somebody who offered to pay their boyfriend's sessions in order to make them feel better. So Leo, your romantic spending spree, you love to adorn your loved ones with expensive gift or some gifts just to make them look at you with this, oh, like I had a Leo boyfriend, I had it. I had it, I know how it is. I know how it is. X how to say this? Okay, I was shuffling the unicorn energy. So we're getting a picture of you, Leo. I mean, this is not just like from one Leo I know. It's like, now I have another Leo that I can see those similarities. It seems that you financially struggle because you lavishly spend without being grounded in what you could afford. And it's very easy for you to be stuck in that moment of spending out of feeling good. Do not spend out of feeling good. This is your very bad habit. Do not spend out of feeling good. I think your finances, it's like you don't budget, or maybe when you do, you're too harsh with yourself. You have to learn to love yourself and not to attract love from people because of your money. You have to learn to attract people because of who you are. So I think this journey, this financial struggle you're going through, you're going to know who are trustworthy friends and who are just there for your money for a free ride. So Leo, you have a lot of friends riding on your life, in your life for free, and they never have to pinch a penny, they never have to fork out a bill, they never have to go Dutch, like split the bill. They always rely on you to just fork it out. Like, can you just pay for me first? You know, can I do a favor for you so that, you know, I'm tight with money? And like, as if you're not tight with money. And finances is your kryptonite. You have a kryptonite with finances. You love to say you have money when it's the opposite. You may have it, but you cannot crunch the money. You know? It feels like, it even seems that you're gonna move. Knight of Wands. it seems like you're trying to your lifestyle seems to need to be crunched. Like, I don't know why I keep using the word crunch. Your lifestyle needed to be, it's not demoted, it's like you have to decrease the expenses of your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is attracting a lot of freeloaders. You have to stop that. And I think that when you are not going to find true love like this. You're not going to find true love like this, because people who love you for you, you treat them like you're made of money, and like, you know, you're trying to impress them with your money, but they're not into that shit. And then you push them away. You push people who give you respect. You push people who give you respect, who give you a mature acceptance of it's free to it's okay to be vulnerable about money. Like, it's okay to tell me that if like you have a relationship with someone, it's okay to tell them that, oh, I don't really have. So I think that's how humbleness comes into the picture. You have to admit the truth to the people who cares about you, or the people around you who you don't want to make false promises to them. So you have to like learn to be humble and say, I'm tight with money right now, and you cannot feel ashamed with that. And the thing is, you actually feel embarrassed about having financial constraints. Everybody have financial constraints. It doesn't make you lesser of a person. You just have to say that, like, accept that you have to be humble. And the second one probably is that be honest with the person who cares about you and say, this is just an example. Look, I don't think I can always go out for dinners. Maybe we can like cook. That's something. Or maybe we can, instead of going to the movies, maybe we can rent a movie. Or maybe we can watch these cheaper options. Like, you know, I need to like be so one of the most sensitive bits about Leo is that they don't want their financial pride be questioned, and they hate it because they judge it themselves. You judge yourself as well. You're very materialistic and you're very superficial about being seen as made of money or being seen as having financial stability, but you're struggling. Look at your cards. This card is like you cannot balance your finances. There's maybe investment or emotional loss because you've invested in some people or friends or business that didn't bring you any profit. And this card is like money card. Either some people will help you, or you probably try and fuck up another business deal. This Queen of Swords is a professional career, but it seems like it's toppling down. This Knight of Wands, it feels like you have to move and start. You feel like you need to move and start fresh, and you're looking at like, it's like this is a card of harvest, and if it's in reverse in my eyes, from what I'm sensing or intuitively, my words, my words. From my intuition, why do I have to say such long things? From my intuition, from my intuitiveness, I wanted to say that. It seems like you feel this heaviness. You feel heaviness in having money now. But that's unhealthy too. That is actually very unhealthy too. It's just that you need to learn to have humble money spending habits. Humble money spending habits. Humble money spending habits. You need to be honest with the people around you. If you have a clear financial goal or a clear financial limit. Like you cannot spend, because you know that, okay, so you have money for groceries, money for transport, money for other necessities, and maybe entertainment money, you cut it short to like $150 a month instead of like having $600 a month for entertainment. You only have 150, and of course you cannot like crunch your groceries, your bills, your transport, like thinking that maybe I should just walk to work rather than take the bus. Stop doing that to yourself just so that you can live this imaginative life. This, sorry to say, is a delusion. This, it is still a reality, but you're deluding yourself trying to think that like maybe like you go to work, you come back, and then you put aside this money just to go clubbing and just to have that clubbing lifestyle or drinking lifestyle. Cut it short. You have to have that limit. Why am I giving you financial advices? I have yet to pull the card, the unicorn deck out. Okay, first card, Sanctuary. I feel like probably I can sense that you need time alone from your money hungry friends. Imagination, envision a new reality, give your permission to dream, believe in unlimited possibilities. Reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. So I think you want a fresh start. So I feel like you want to move to get a fresh start. And it connects to this card, Imrama, Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. And you have this rebirth card. So this soul journey, rebirth, fresh start, new beginning, to move to a new place. So you have a theme here to start a new life. To start a new life with new belief and new habits. Stop splurging. You have to be a very cheapskate Leo. You have to love your money more than love spending it on the people who love to praise you and love to charm you and love to make you feel good about yourself. You may have some trouble with your emotional wounds that you need to engage with people who would keep, charming your pants off, like smooth talking to you and like being your sugar arm, candy arm. Like Leo, you guys, whether you're a guy or a woman, you love to have a sugar candy on your arm. You love to have hot guys and hot girls on your arm. It doesn't matter if you're female. Still, you love someone who put you on a pedestal and kind of like bow down and praise you like a goddess, like a king or a queen. You have a lot of bad habits, Leo. Bad habits. You have a lot of social. I feel like you might even be a polar. What is a polar narcissist? You might even be like a certain level of narcissist where you love to use people, but at the same time, people recognize that when you don't have the lavish finances to spend on them, they can't rely on you anymore. They will move on. You don't have real friends who don't want to use you for something unless they're the friends that you can be vulnerable with, which, because you don't even want to be vulnerable with yourself, you're not going to let anyone else know that you have a vulnerability. But Leo, you get stronger when you can admit your vulnerability. You get stronger. Even if people see you as weak, at the end of the day, you gain clarity, wisdom, and strength just by admitting your vulnerability, and you won't fuck up your life, which you don't have to start fresh. So you have a journey to go to. You have a journey to go to. You have a journey to go to understanding yourself. So you need to be alone. So this is a time where you need to like be alone, because you need to recognize your true self, true voice. So the dragon card that I pulled out, these are the dragon cards that I pulled out. Silver dragon and white gold dragon from Lyra. I see that when you are disconnecting from the world, you're trying to understand yourself, but you cannot understand yourself from the regular voice. You have to build a sanctuary. You have to heal your ego. Your ego is making a mess of your life. You have to... Where is the transparency card? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be authentic, genuine, and present. You have to break your ego. It's going to be hard for you. Your ego to you is everything, because I think that you were born in an energy, like if you are resonating to this, your Leo energy, I feel like you're born with this physical, like you in this material world, you have a lot of expectations that needs to be met, and you have to be this perfect thing, perfect. You have to achieve the level of a perfect image. So your image is everything to you, but underneath your perfect image, you have really clear insecurities. You don't have that quiet confidence. You have that loud confidence. You have that competitive confidence. When there's no one to compete, you don't feel like you can do anything. If people are around you and then you can prove to them that they are weak, that is your ammo, that's your weapon. You don't have the silent confidence, you have like the loud confidence. So it seems that if when you kind of like maybe if you're having a fresh start, what is it, Page of Swords again? Page of Swords, what was that? Let me look for that thing that I saw just now. I can't ever remember where it is. Oh, it's ripped again. Sharp words, swift action, verbal or written, good or bad news. So there's actually a lot of air energy in you. You cannot tame your mind. You cannot. I think I tap into your mind. Your mind is like a hornet's nest. Not a bee, a hornet's nest. Your mind is like sharp razor edge, like trying to create drama, fucking drama. So your mind is very kind of like you're upset with yourself, you're upset with the world, you're upset with people, you're blaming everybody. You're blaming yourself 1%, but you because you're very entitled. Don't be mad at me. I'm just saying your vulnerabilities. I don't take it personally. Everybody have their own bullshit that they are born with. So you put like 1% blame on you, and then there's like 99% it's like blaming the entire freaking world, the universe, God, people, past, parents. Okay, so back to the mental. Like even my freaking thing is so messy right now. You guys are such a messy people. Mentally messy. But because you're perfectionist, you have a very nice home where it looks perfect for visitors and sometimes perfect when you're to yourself. You're a very materialistic person because maybe you were born like that, but there are vulnerability side to your materialisticness. We actually have you have this opportunity to build a new life or start new. You have this card. So let me just pull out what this card says. I think it's a you have to start new, I think, because also it's a season to start new, I think, because there is an ending to the cycle of something. New moon is in Aries. Aries is the first sign in astrology. You have this card, author. You have a book inside you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. I wonder what you're going to write about. Are you going to write about you falling from your throne and then make $1 million from being a bestseller in New York's best-selling author? And then you can go back to feeling proud about your past because you have that lion scar and lion wounds and lion battle marks. You know, I feel like whatever and whenever you fall down, you're gonna find your way back to grace, and you're going to be wiser than before. So despite the bad investments you've made, despite maybe you're not being helped by people that you want them to help because they just don't see you as capable anymore. They just don't see you as capable anymore, and they don't want to invest in somebody who suddenly lost their confidence because they lost their money, and because their money is their confidence, and you feel like you have to start like a fresh neighborhood, city, friends. Did you like send out like a resume to a different company or something, and you feel like your hard work is a waste, or you feel heaviness in something is making you feel very heavy. I don't know, maybe it's money, maybe it's the collective experiences you have in that city that you live in, maybe, you know. And there's this Page of Swords. It says swift action fast decision. So I don't think you wanna learn about your vulnerabilities. I think you just wanna solve it and get it done with and get through with it and never look at it again. I don't think you're interested in being spiritually evolved, and that's going to make you a bigger mistakes in the future, which might not let you reverse your path and fix your vulnerability, and it might turn you into a higher degree of a sociopath. I'm just channeling. I'm not having any I can only sense what I say and say what I sense. You may not want to be spiritually evolved. It may resonate to some, and some of you, if they got hit down enough, they realize that, oh my god, I have to change. And those are the Leo that wants to evolve. But I'm sensing some, like 25% don't want to evolve. Maybe 25%. So let's pull out this card from this tree oracle, Wisdom of the Tree Oracle. Got one. What is it? Scots Pine. Where is the book? I can't find the booklet. Duties. Where's the booklet? Hello, booklet. Hello, booklet. Oh, it's here. It fell to the other side of the chair. Scots Pine. Ow. Where is Scots Pine? Construction, number 45. Okay, got it. Before I move on, I feel like you're going to write about your childhood. I think so. Okay, are you building the life you want, or do you feel dissatisfied because something is not working out in the way you would like? Look beyond the day-to-day difficulties to gain a clearer view of where and how you need to make changes. So even this pine is telling you you have to make changes. Okay, so if it was reversed, is your life cluttered with too many commitments, too many financial commitments? If you have too many girlfriends and boyfriends, are you holding on to them because you truly need them, or because they are familiar and you are unwilling to discard them? Perhaps it is time to let some of them go. Like, are you a hoarder? You may hoard materialistic things. So if you're a hoarder, you have to, like, if you're financially struggling and you're hoarding things, you have to look at it. So I'm just going to read a Deva message and a little bit about the tree. My straight trunk has been valued for thousands of years for building ships and homes. I thrive even in foul weather and harsh conditions. Let me show you how to construct a richer and healthier life for yourself. This Scots Pine is going to help you construct a richer and healthier life for yourself. And it's proving a point that your life is not, it became less richer with your bad habits, and it became less healthier with your bad habits. As its name suggests, the Scots Pine is one of the native trees to the Caledonian forest that once covered Scotland. It was valued by the Druids, particularly at the winter solstice, When bonfires of the trunks represented the return of the divine light, they would also decorate stands of the trees with lights. It is thought that some Scots pines mark the burial sites of ancient Scottish chieftains and warriors, while solitary trees further south were once markers of cattle droves and other important tracks. Medicinally, the pine's resin eases lung congestion. Let me see what vulnerable areas you have for your body, just to check, Leo, heart and spine. So yeah, I guess if you're a true Leo, you might have heart or lung issues and spine issues But where's my drink? So what I can say to you is that choose to evolve spiritually, and because spiritual evolution will give you the riches and make you healthy. But if you decide to get over it and get through with it and get done with it without learning your lessons, you end up like if I were going to recall a movie like The Wolves of Wall Street. He was very attracted to money, making a lot of money, having this sugar candy girlfriend, and you are too materialistic. You have to turn that a little notch down and be more spiritual in order for you to have healthier and stable life. Because if you feel unhappy right now, know that this is caused by your lack of spirituality, by your lack of self-reflection, by your lack of isolation, having this independence. You're not independent. You are not independent emotionally. You're not emotionally independent. So you actually have this card. You need divine feminine. You need a softer side for you. You need to love yourself, not the way that you've been giving love to other people. So I think you guys have to check out what actually happened that molded you to become or behave in the way you are. Maybe your childhood upbringing was kind of like it prioritizes rock and roll kind of lavish lifestyle, and it's not even yours. It could be your parents, or if it's like a pageant and you put a lot of emphasis on looks and on status, on reputation. You need divine feminine. You need spirituality. Materialism is a bit. It's not to say it's masculine, but it's a patriarchy thing. It's like a greedy world that wants more and more and more and more and more and more and more. So my advice or my guidance is that be brave to enter a world of spirituality with humbleness and an open mind, and try and polish your ego with patience and kindness, and be brave to look at your deepest inner child's fear. Your inner child's fear, your deepest inner child's fear could reveal to you what you spiritually lack that you can build, so that you don't have to attract people who wants to be your, like, you don't attract people who just sees you as like a bling bling sign, or like, I don't know, to just use you in whatever way that they think they can use you. So you can build a more dignified relationship with yourself and self-love. So you don't have a dignified relationship with yourself and self-love because you let other people use you materialistically, but you don't let them nurture you spiritually. You don't let them see your vulnerable side. So I think one of your lessons here is to allow people to see your vulnerable side without judging, because you're very judgmental to yourself. Like I said, your crown chakra, your mind is very sharp, and it's like your body is made out of very sharp knives poking your lungs, chest, heart, like your upper body. There's a lot of like piercing coldness. I feel like your energy, like just not even when I was what is this, like maybe you even struggle with migraines, but I think it's because you don't have gentle thoughts. You have very materialistic, very arrogant, maybe you're not arrogant but your thoughts are arrogant, but maybe you are arrogant. Some people are arrogant and it's fine to them, so it's fine to me too. I'm not saying it's bad, because this is not a place for me to judge you guys, because I have no clue who you are, but I'm just giving a message to Leos. This channel, unfortunately, I don't have a filter. This channel was made with unfiltered conversations. So if you have some bad habits, I'm not gonna filter it out. Cold truth in the most spontaneous way that I can tell you. So you have to embrace divine feminine. You have to be vulnerable. You have to let your inner goddess out, inner feminine out, inner feminism out. Like if you're a guy and I'm saying inner goddess, not that you're going to go like drag queen. No, if you want to, you can still. But if you want to channel divine feminine, maybe show gentleness and softness to yourself. Maybe get a massage. Maybe get a haircut or head massage. I don't know what it is, but show yourself sensuality, divine feminine, because I think, Leo, you may not have that sensuality bone, so you need to learn to caress, to, like when people are just stick figures, because you're very materialistic, it's very hard for you to express emotions or express softness. It's something that you have to build. You have to build the softness and the feminine values that would help you to ground your spirituality, so that eventually when you do have wealth, when you do have richness, you're not going to just lavishly spend on undeserving people, or just trying to attract attention to get people to look you at it as a certain way. You don't need other people to look you a certain way in order for you to know who you are. You don't have to do that, because you're being unconsciously superficial when you are spending money to attract other people's impression of you, because that is just kind of like a very extroverted proving that you have fancy lifestyle or fancy taste, or like, I have a credit card, let me just swipe it, and then you're like struggling financially, you're crunching your money somewhere. So you have to stop doing that, because it's not going to help you in the long run. And you have a fresh start incoming this April. You have a fresh start. You have a fresh start even though you feel heavy about money. You feel heavy about money. You just have to learn what you need to learn, and don't make quick, easy ending or solution. Don't go for easy solutions, because you know you're gonna fuck up if you go for easy, fast solutions. You have to take it slow. You have to be patient, because I think it's like your mind doesn't know how to pause and reflect. Pause and reflect. Pause and look in. Pause and feel. Pause and check your values. Pause and check your pockets. Pause and check your bank account. Pause and check your surrounding. Like, if I spend money on these people, my friends, do I have groceries at home? If I buy this for my girlfriend, do I have money for rent? So those are the small things that you have to look inwards and recognize that you need to limit your lavishness. You are born with that magic royal hand triangle. Like, you think you have this unlimited money. You're spending and spending and spending. But you don't know you're in a different lifetime right now. You're in a different lifetime. You're in a different, because Leo are the royal sign. the Leo energy, you have this royal sign where you think wealth is easily acquired. It could be for you in the future, but because of your past life or your past karma, you may be born in a family where, you know, it might not be all what it seems. You may not be lavish spender. You may have to work hard for money, and you may enjoy the money that you make, but you're unnecessarily giving it away to the people who don't value your efforts the same way you do. So they're just in it for freeloading and riding your life for free. I guess that's it for now. I hope that the messages resonates to you. Last one. Imagine a new reality, because you are being supported by where's the unicorn just now? Ugh, you guys are so messy. You guys look like your mind is so messy. For me, my surrounding is messy, but I try to, like, I always arrange my wisdom. I hoard wisdom and lessons, and my surrounding isn't as perfect as a Leo's living room, but I have inner peace as much as I can. So you guys really struggle with inner peace. So I hope that works. Rebirth card. This is my favorite card. You got my favorite card. You have a chance to start new, to rebirth. All you have to do is choose to be more spiritual, learn, maybe kind of like get some counseling, get some financial advisor, and you'll be able to really set a new path where you no longer would feel the way that you feel for the past 2-3 years, or maybe where you recognize that, damn, I have to change something about my life, because this is not good. Like, I'm attracting these people who are in it for my money, and my money's gone, and they are gone, and they don't even want to help me when I need them to help. And I don't want to be with these people anymore. I have to make a new start. I have to change my life. I have to bring a new awareness and see what I have to look into, and change which negative sides I have, so that I don't go through this anymore. So that is your message, Leo. I hope this helps. If you feel like you want a session with me or a reading, check out my website. My name is Meredith Mynrose. I'm a universal healer and peace visionary. I will see you next time. For now, take care. Be careful with your April. Be wary and take the time. Be patient. And invite spirituality and divine feminine into your soul, spirit, and life. Take care. Bye.